Well, all of my roaches, guess what? We're moving to a new YouTube channel, and I've put the link in the description of both this YouTube video and as well as the audio file on iTunes and anywhere you find your audio files, wherever you listen. It's in the description. Please to be clicking that link and subscribing. It would mean a wonderful deal to me, so I hope you do that. And then we can get into the show. It's a very beautiful way to start the show, almost sensual way to start the show today. It's the Josh Potter Show. I am Josh Potter. Thank you so much for joining us once again on this Tuesday, or whatever day you watch it. Some people probably don't even watch it on Tuesday. Some people are like, dude, it's Friday. What are you fucking talking about? Nevertheless, here we are. I'm so happy to see you. And we will be moving to a new YouTube channel. The description is beneath the video here. You ever see that? You ever go click on that, the description thing? Well, you should right now and hit the subscribe button on there, because that will mean that you are now subscribed to my new YouTube channel. And there isn't, I put the Marshawn Lynch video from a couple of weeks ago up there, but there isn't anything else on it. But I will tell you, I'm going to do live broadcasts leading up to the launch in May. So if you want to get subscribed to be involved with those, I would do that right now. Again, down in the description there. Also got a bunch of shows coming up, which I'm excited about. So many people had fun over at the American Comedy Company in San Diego that we're going to be doing more shows there. That's right. We're going to be back there again come May 6th through 8th. And then beyond that, June 9th, going to be in Tampa, Florida. June 10th, Orlando, Florida. And, oh my goodness, how could I forget? They just went on sale yesterday as of the time of this recording. But May 13th, going to be at the Omaha Funny Bone. So plenty of shows. And you can find them all in the link tree in the bio of my Instagram, which is at Josh_Potter, or on my Twitter, at J_Potter. Link tree galore, baby. And you can find links to my Twitch on there as well. Also, the merch, which is up at store.ymhstudios.com. That is all in the link tree for you. And while you're over there in the old YouTube area, please, I think you can just subscribe right now, yes. But if you listen to this on audio, rate, review, like, do all the things, the stars, leave a nice little roach comment. Like all my, the thing about roaches is we multiply and we spread. And they try to get rid of us. They try like the Dickens. We don't go anywhere. Sometimes we get bigger and we learn how to fly. That's crazy. But welcome to the show. I'm going to try my best. There has been some breaking news. Ba-deep. It got texted me this morning by a roach reporter by the name of Tom Segura, actually, texted me this story. And I was like, oh my goodness. And the reason it's such a nice story, it begins as a feel-good story, you see. And we need a good feel-good story in these times. We're still in the throes of the fatigue of the pandemic, even though people are getting vaccinated and things are opening up. We could use a nice feel-good story. This one hails from back in 2016. Florida State star Travis Rudolph, I believe he was a wide receiver. I'll double check in a second. This story went viral. He went and sat down with an autistic boy at a high school or middle school or something and had lunch with him. And everyone was like, oh, this is the way you should raise your athletes. This is the way a nice person would act and a good person and things like that. And I agree. I mean, that's a very nice thing to do. It's weird that it goes viral. Like we should be like, oh my God, like it acts the same way like a woman shitting in a 7-Eleven goes viral. Something good goes viral. That's peculiar to me. I don't understand why we weigh these things on the same scale, you understand. But here we are. I mean, it went viral. It was a very nice moment. Well, this morning the news came out today that Mr. Travis Rudolph has murdered 5. Hold on, I put my phone on airplane mode for some reason, so I can't see the story now. But yes, murdered 5.
Murder.
Let's see here. I'm going to get to the story because this is a freshie. Of course, he played for the New York Football Giants after he was drafted. Charged with first-degree murder on Wednesday. According to West Palm Beach County Sheriffs, Rudolph was taken into custody following reports of a double shooting that happened after midnight in Lake Park, Florida. One victim died at the scene while the other one was taken to a nearby hospital. The local sheriff's office said a total of 4 people were allegedly shot at or by Rudolph. He is being held without bond on 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. So yeah, he went viral. I got my numbers wrong on there. He only murdered 2 people. Shot 4. Oh, you know what it was? There was another football player today, Phillip Adams. Yeah, Phillip Adams murdered 5. His wife and 2 grandchildren. 5 people were killed and 1 wounded at a prominent doctor's home on April 7th, including 2 young children. The suspected gunman also killed himself. So murder-suicide for South Carolina State defensive player Phillip Adams. It's my bad. Mixed them up there. Yeah. All right. Well, those 2 gentlemen, Phillip Adams, Travis Rudolph, a combined total of what? 7 murders today? Couple of woundeds. That's the breaking news. They go right up there in the Javon Belcher Hall of Fame. And Ray Caruth goes in there too, I suppose. I'm trying to think of other NFL players who murdered people. Ray Lewis is like, he keeps coming up for nomination, but he doesn't get inducted because he's like, I didn't see shit. You know what I mean? So he doesn't get really inducted into that. But yes, so I don't know. Next time you see someone eating lunch with an autistic kid, maybe let's not put the cape on Superman quite yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just hold off and see what they do with the rest of their lives. I wonder if, I don't know. I was going to say something bad.
Go on.
Well, I mean, it's just like you see people like Mike Tyson, for instance. He's not a football player. I was trying to come up with like an equivalent of a football player who, I guess, I mean, it doesn't go along the lines of murder, but Michael Irvin had his troubles with the law, and I guess he's still kind of a shithead, but he is a nice guy. I don't know. He's not like doing wild philanthropy is all I'm saying. Like none of them have turned into like like it hasn't gone the other way around. Like you don't see a NFL guy who like a Greg Hardy who beat his wife for like Ray Rice. You don't see them a couple of years later going like, "Hey, look, he walked that guy with no legs across the street. That was really nice of him." It never goes viral the other way around is all my point. OJ, I mean, come on. What if OJ sat down and had lunch with an autistic kid? Where would we fall? Would it wash away his sins? OJ comes up in a story that I forgot to bring up last week. Someone on TikTok, I believe, was doing some sleuthing, and Roach Reporter, it wasn't the reporter who is in this video, by the way. This was sent to me by someone else, which is definitely how Roach Reporting goes. We are slightly better than the New York Post. So, right, am I wrong in saying that this was sent in by somebody? Zolo, do you remember? You were here last time. This isn't the actual woman who sent in the thing, right?
Correct. Yeah, this was sent by a fan, but I don't have the name.
That's okay. We don't. That's the Roach Reporting, baby. We don't give credit. Never. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry for that, friend. We'll work on that next time. But anyway, here's a TikTok that is leading to a little detective work regarding O.J. Simpson.
Guys, I hate to inform you, but the juice is loose again. I truly believe that O.J. Simpson is on The Masked Singer, and I have proof. So as we all know, the Juice was a football sensation. He was a running back. So in the Grandpa Monster's clues, there were clues for football, just like the Juice. So in this next clue I'm going to show you, the monster talks about how he doesn't know how people are going to handle his past, like his murder trial.
I'm still working on shaking my bad reputation. So when this old monster takes his mask off, I hope you're not afraid of who I was a long time ago.
I also did find an article that says the Juice can sing. Also, this is how he walks off stage. That is the Juice.
Now, folks in the booth, what do you think?
What?
And he's like confused at the concept of the Masked Singer. Anyways, he's like, and he's like a guy who you're like, if you were to ask a guy, hey, where's Spokane, Washington? And this guy would be like, bro, I just got to Earth, so I don't even know what is that, you know? So the Masked Singer is a network. It's the new American Idol, you see. Dr. Drew was on it, do you know?
No, I didn't know, but okay.
He was voted off the very first week, I believe.
Fuck, Dr. Drew, what happened?
And he's a good singer, too. I don't know what happened. I don't even know how it really works, if getting voted off really is good or bad, or if they just guess you or something. But so this woman was watching The Masked Singer, and it's where celebrities of all sorts, all walks of life, they dress up in these Furby-esque, like a Furby's dream, by the way. You know, they have cuties for Netflix for pedophiles. They've got The Masked Singer for Furbies on NBC, okay? So they dress...
said Furbies, it's furries.
Whatever. I guess you gotta cancel me, you fucking degenerates, you know? I don't know, I'm not trying to kink shame, sorry. No, the furries, yes. Furbies are the feed me or whatever, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
What do they say? Suck my dick. Blow me. And then they get mad and turn into a gremlin. But... this is a furry's wet dream here. They all dress in the costumes. They put on the masks and things. And they sing with, by the way, like they sing like T.I., where they have like the, like a auto-tune thing going on. So I don't know how they're supposed to know. Yeah, it's all, because they're not good singers. You know what I mean?
And what's the goal of the
So the goal for the whole show is for them to sing, and then Ken Jeong tries to figure out who they are. Or Carmen Electra. I forget who else is on there. God, these arms. You know what this chair does to me? It does me dirty. You know why? Because I sit like this, and then everyone's like, oh, good thing Tom and Christina gave Ricky Berwick a show. You know what I mean? Because I'm like this all of a sudden, hunched over. I got to go like this with this. There we go. See, now my shoulders look relaxed. But anyhow... because I'm wondering, like, why am I like this?
I don't see the difference.
The difference is this. Do you not see the difference now?
Hold on. All right. So that's with the arms where you want them?
Yeah.
Okay. Now show me with the arms.
Because they're up here, I have to put my hands on it like this.
You're just fucking leaning. What the? I don't see.
So my shoulders are like this. So I look like a fucking, hey guys, I'm the guy from the QAnon documentary. So, like, what were we talking about? Fucking Masked Singer.
Yeah, Masked Singer.
So they have to dress up like these things, and then Ken Jeong goes, that's David Hasselhoff, or whatever. You know what I mean? And they try to guess. They get it wrong, then they take it off. They go, oh my God. You know, I don't know.
But they're fucking auto-tuned?
Pretty much, man. Yeah, because they hide their voices. Yeah, they give little hints and clues leading up. That's why this woman is deducing that this is O.J. Simpson.
Talk, they're auto-tuned, and like they mask.
That could very well be Nadav. Never watched the show.
Yeah, because I think the thing is that like when they sing, that's their real singing voice.
Okay, touche.
Yeah, because then they'll just be cheating and fixing.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So yeah, when they talk, it's all like Scream, where they're just like, "Do you like scary movies?"
Murder.
Don't know how that happened. That was a ghost one. Not even leaning on it. So, my point being, though, this woman thinks that it's OJ. Do you think it's OJ based off her clues and the clues that were provided?
Here's the thing: is that I feel like first it sounded crazy, and then when you hear the modulated voice, I could just imagine hearing like "Hello, Twitter world." Like it sounds. I'm like, oh, I could kind of hear that being OJ. You know,
I would need to hear a laugh, and I would need to hear like, I'm just saying.
I don't understand. How did she?
And he's like, I don't get the show.
No.
One more time.
Yeah.
It does sound like a fucking stupid show, but regardless,
it's network television, my friend.
But why didn't she just slow it down? Because it sounded like speed it up, because it sounded like his voice was just slowed down or like brought down a pitch. Why didn't she just bring it up and then she would hear the regular voice?
Not everyone is a post-production guy that can just be like, I can just speed up the voice here. I mean, we're not all Mission Impossible. That's just a girl on TikTok, dog.
Man, I can do it in 5 seconds.
I know you can.
This girl is doing all the wrong things. I don't even get. So okay, because he said he had a interesting past,
right?
That he wouldn't want people to know, and because he dropped the mic. Those are her clues.
Maybe she's really high. I think she mentioned that, or she said something like that. I'm really high right now, but like that's what happens when you get high. You start going like, OJ did, these conspiracy things. So I have to be the bearer of bad news, though, because I do know what happened, and those at home who have seen the show by this point have known what happened. Because I looked it up last night, because I did want to go. I found this video, I believe last week, but I completely forgot to bring it up. And I was like, damn it. And I bet they'll find out who it is. Well, for those at home who will watch the show, which I'm sure is very little of you, the person in that suit was Logan Paul.
Ew.
So he had I don't know where she got the football thing from. Maybe I think Logan Paul played football in maybe high school or something like that. But that's what I was predicating. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was trying to just go off that, like a running back. Like, what running back had a pass that is malign? That's what she was doing too. So that football clue is what threw it off. It was a real red herring, or whatever they say. I don't think that's a thing. Red herring is what helps you find out what it is, isn't it?
I mean, you're asking the wrong. Oh wait, maybe this man knows.
I think it's like a clue to throw you off. Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Good. Good. I know. Everyone's favorite topic after terrorism, sports. Well, we began the sports segment kind of already. What with the mass murderings going on in the NFL today, or by post-NFL players. I think that was fine for the nice boy clock, by the way, because I was like Dan Rather. I was just delivering the news. They do that at 6. You don't think that's going to be on the 12 o'clock and the 5 o'clock today? Those two stories?
No, yeah, that was clean.
I'm asking you, YouTube. Well, this gentleman, he didn't quite commit.
Murder.
But he wanted to. And I know you're like, you're in the sports, Josh. No, I know. This isn't news. This is sports. Former Chicago Bears star Jeremiah Ratliff bizarrely threatened to kill people and professed to be the devil. That's my favorite part. I don't know if you heard me. Professed to be the devil. I'm the devil. I mean, if you're threatening someone with a gun, that is a badass thing to say. Like, even if you're not going to do it, like, that's some training day shit. Like, King Kong ain't got shit on me. I'm the devil. The Chicago Bears 2015 season was pretty dreadful. Not only did the team go 6-10 and finish in last place in the NFC North standings, but defensive linemen, I don't know why it's got to give the team record. The team's like, great, come on. Why do you got to throw us under the bus? This guy tried to fucking pretend he was the devil and shoot someone. Jeremiah Ratliff threatened to kill people and professed to be the devil. That's how they ended that sentence, by the way. They talked about the team's record. Who wrote this dog shit article? I got to start writing that down.
His name is Ashish Mathur.
I'm not going to say anything about it. Ashish, I'm happy that you broke through the glass ceiling to achieve a white man's job. It all started after Jeremiah Ratliff found out that the Bears planned to release him. Wow. Unlike normal veterans, Ratliff didn't take the news well. Normal veterans don't take the news well. That's the thing. Like, when people are like, why do football players go crazy? Because it's the same reason I went crazy not being able to do comedy in quarantine. Imagine if they were like, I knew it might take a year, it might take 2 years, but it's going to come back. These guys do the thing that they love until sometimes 27 years old, and then it's over. There's no like 40-year-old NFL. You know what I mean? They never get to do this again. So they go crazy, some of them. And it's not just the CTE. It's depression. It's like drugs and things like that. Normal veteran. It takes a special veteran to move on to something else in their life and find value in it, if not like a family or something like that. Ratliff didn't take the news well. Not many do. Not many of them go the way of threatening to kill people and be the devil. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a spectrum. Jeremiah Ratliff was escorted out of the Hallis Hall on Wednesday by Bears team security. Ratliff so he did this at the facility. This must be an old story because it was about the 2015 season. So he was escorted out by team security. Ratliff had an animated exchange with GM Ryan Pace outside. Ratliff learned that the Bears planned to release him. He went onto the practice facility to confront Chicago general manager Ryan Pace and was escorted out after things got heated. I don't know how that doesn't happen more. Do you know what I mean? There was one in Hard Knocks recently where a guy got really upset, and I think he called the GM a bitch. That was like, I was like, ooh, yeah. I want to see that happen more often. That's passion, baby. I mean, none of them are Javon Belcher, who we mentioned earlier, who murdered his baby mama, drove to the team facility, stood in front of the coach and GM and said, "Thank you for letting me play," and then killed himself. That's crazy. That's why Javon Belcher's in the Hall of Fame that we mentioned earlier. These guys go in too now. I mean, shit. They didn't do the extra part where they went to the team facility to kill themselves. But the one guy still killed himself, so I mean, he goes in there. But like, my point being, going to thank the GM and the coach, that's a guy who loves football. And you want to know what's more fucked up? The GM and the coach, they weren't like, oh my God. They didn't like go home and cry or like be disturbed by it. They were like, great, who's playing inside linebacker tomorrow? We're fucked. Clean it up. Now I got to go figure out the fucking linebacker core. God damn it. So, again, I don't know if this is an old story that's come through. Oh, no.
It says it was March 27th.
March 20. So, like, we're going through tweets of 2015 when he got released, apparently. I'm sorry. Which is very interesting. I'm finding this very interesting because he was very animated about being released. So, he was released in the 2015 season. That's what was confusing me because I got to the nitty gritty, but I guess I didn't read these because these are all tweets from back in those times that are at the top of the article that I definitely skipped when I sent them. But I'm glad that I'm seeing them now. Jeremiah Ratliff learned that the Bears planned to release him. He went to the practice. We got that one. Okay. According to the police report, he felt like killing everybody in the building. He left without incident, but then later returned because he forgot his cell phone. Oh my God. Could you imagine a guy going like, I want to shoot every motherfucker up in here. And then he just comes back and goes, no guys, I forgot my phone. I know I said a bunch of shit back there, but sincerely, my phone is, I mean, if one of you can go get it, that'd be cool too, but I left it over. Yeah, I'll call. You want me to, can someone call it? Maybe you can find it faster. The Bears had an officer stand in front of the facility for the rest of the day if Jeremiah returned, but he never did. It was a scary, weird day for the Chicago franchise. As expected, the Bears released Jeremiah the next day after his bizarre incident. In 18 games with Chicago, he recorded 8 sacks, 35 solo tackles. Again, don't need the stats in here, really. Didn't have a great 2015. He was suspended for the first 3 games after pleading guilty to a DUI charge in April. So that could have something to do with his psyche. After the Bears released him, Ryan Pace said, "We felt moving forward without Jeremiah was in the best interest of our team. We appreciate his contributions and wish him well. He said he was going to kill us. I mean, most people get fired. I don't care if they get 35 solo tackles. He could have got 68 solo tackles in a year and fucking gotten cut still for that. So he never played in the NFL after the 2015 season. He also played eventually for the Cowboys and the Bears at some point. He registered, again, more stats in here. Get to the part where he said he was the devil already. The Bears hired Ryan Pace in 2015. What is this? Aside from the crazy Jeremiah Ratliff story, Pace drafted Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson. Now it's getting into Ryan Pace's career, which is R-worded.
Yeah, that's the sign off of this story. Does this story mean Ryan Pace is the worst GM in the NFL? That's what this story's about.
Interesting twist. Something worth debating here. You know, that's how that they would do it on a show too. I want to know all about like him saying he was the devil. Like, when did he say that? Give me the entire conversation. It just had little inferences to tweets and things like that. Like, this story is just coming out because Ryan Pace probably would never let it come out 4 years ago, but then he did draft Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson. So he's like, well, I can't fuck up any more than that. Let's tell him the old Ratliff story about the devil thing. Maybe that'll distract him. And then they got Andy Dalton. I mean, the Bears are a disaster. Little did you know, Bears fans, this guy, I kind of want this guy on my team, though. You know, if he started talking that way after we were, you know, discussing releasing him, I'd be like, maybe I made a mistake. I want this guy on my side.
This guy really wants to play.
Yeah, like, imagine what he'd do to the opponents. I'm going to just tell the opponents that shit tomorrow, and he'll be like, I'm the devil! Like, that's the kind of shit you want to see across the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you told me he said all that shit while he was playing football, I would think he was the coolest. But when you do it in, like, The Office, it gets weird. It's strange how that works. Like, if he was like, I'm going to kill all y'all, I'm the fucking devil, I would have been like, I want him on my team. God. But if he came in here and did that, I'd be like, call the police. Call the police. Baseball's back, and ooh boy, am I excited. I've been having so much fun. The way that we've been recording, I didn't get to speak to you since opening day happened, and I was watching opening day like the Dickens. I woke up, I was like, I wanted to go. I don't have a hot dog at my house, so I fucking went to 7-Eleven, got a couple hot dogs. It's not the same. It's not the same. Do you like hot dogs?
I only actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. I eat hot dogs from 7-Eleven on purpose. I love those.
I like the Rolo dogs.
Yeah.
That's my most trash food. Like Nadav and I were hanging out. Well, we were working, really. And we went to 7-Eleven, and I got like 3 hot dogs. And he was like, what are you doing?
Yep.
They're the best.
I thought it was because they weren't kosher or something. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are you not allowed to smell them or something? Should I?
That's not how it works.
I don't know. So
No, yeah, I like them. They always look so damn good, man. Like when they're rolling in there and they're
I
tuning
prefer.
them.
It's from growing up as a little kid. I mean, now I like a good hot dog on a grill, whatever. But I always loved the Rolo dogs,
Yeah,
and it's because my mom took me to this department store called Hills. I don't know if they ever had them here. They didn't last. They were like a '90s thing. It was called Hills, and
sounds like pavilions.
it is kind of like that. But they had, when you walk in, they had one of those like circus popcorn, hot dog, cotton candy, slushy like stands.
Ugh, in a grocery store?
No, it was a department store.
Oh, my bad. In a department store. Okay.
It would
Yeah,
actually
I can
be
see that.
probably less disgusting in a grocery store, considering they sell food there already.
I
This
don't
is
know.
like, you can go get like, this is like a Dillard's that has one of these. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how like low rent the clothes were. It was like not Oshkosh Bagosh. It was like Oshkosh, you know, Bagoish or some shit like that. Real fucked up shit. So yeah, I would get a Rolo dog every time. I became obsessed with them, to the point where when I was growing up, I would microwave hot dogs, which I am positive would give me cancer.
That's the only way I know how to cook hot dogs. I'm gonna be real. I've never cooked a hot dog past a microwave. It's so easy. You just wrap it in the paper towel, and you wet it or something
I
like
don't
that.
wrap shit in the paper towel.
I haven't done it in forever. It's been like years since I've done that.
Yeah, and he's like, I got money now.
I don't fucking cook shit, man. I don't have time for all that.
But I do. That is one of my worst food takes that I make in the world. Is I like baseball, folks, but I got to apologize. Love me a good Rolo dog once in a while. Castellanos coming to the plate. Some people say it's sacrilegious to eat a hot dog that way, not eat it on the grill. I say, go fuck yourself. And there's a liner to the left. Someone made me do a baseball apology on stage last weekend.
What?
Which I was fine because I was like, I don't remember my act still. So, I mean, I'll kill some time.
What did you apologize for?
I don't want to say because it like ruins one of my jokes, but it was a pretty interesting one to say the least. And I can't believe I made it work without the sound. I was just going to say it was tough without the sounds. But man.
Well, the sounds were there, right? You were in the club.
No, but the sounds of the, you know what I'm saying? Like
I guess so.
The crowd, the background noise, the crack of the bat. But announcers on opening day, I was just like, oh man, it fills me with joy. They're like music. And this guy, Carl here, I can never remember Carl's fucking last name. Carl Ravitch, my bad. So I never remember his fucking last name. But Carl, he was here talking to Bo Bichette. I was watching, and it was the first game of the season. It was the Yankees versus the Blue Jays. And I don't remember at what point in the game, but again, we've discussed this many a time. The announcers need to fill time. They've started doing pre-taped segments on occasion to throw in there. That's not a brand new thing, but I've noticed they started doing more of them. And I know this was pre-taped because Bo Bichette was playing in the game, so they couldn't possibly be doing it live, yet someone watched this and thought, let's air it, which was the most awkward thing in the world. So I forget what it's called, Outside the Lines or something like that, the name of the segment, but they discuss something off the field, trying to show personality in the players. But what they lack is personality in the fucking booth. Notice he's doing it Zoom style here. He's like in his home. So is Bo Bichette probably. That's Bo Bichette, the player on the right. Very young guy, great player for the Toronto Blue Jays. So Carl is asking him, you know, what do you like to do when you're not fielding or playing ball? What do you like to do off the field? Let's see what he says here.
Give me something.
Oh, wait, stop it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I have to give that much context. So Bo Bichette, when he asks him what he likes to do off the field, Bo Bichette says, I have a microphone in my basement. I like to make music. So it's just like a hobby of mine. I like to, make music in my basement. He's a fucking 20-something-year-old rich kid. He's got he wants to, be fucking Justin Bieber or something. So, Carl is like a fucking dad. He's like, well, you gotta give me a little something. He even says before this clip begins, he goes, I'd be out on my butt if I didn't ask. Could you sing us a little something? As if anyone would care if Carl didn't, if this thing ended, Carl would get called into the office and be like, Carl, we gotta let you go. That Bo Bichette segment, you did not ask him to sing. How dare you? It's just a typical dad shit to do. Go fucking make him ask him to sing. So he's going to ask Bo Bichette to sing something for him.
Give me something, even for 10, 15 seconds.
Man. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, I got my wheat in California. That's that. There you go.
That's awesome. That is tremendous. And you write this. And do you spend your time in these hotel rooms writing songs? How often do you spend time writing songs?
Yeah, well, that was Justin Bieber's song, but I didn't go to.
Yeah, Carl, you fucking idiot. Now that was just tremendous. That half-assed attempt that you were clearly awkward doing, so good. Oh, Grammy Award winning. Now, do you just write that in your hotel? Can you believe it? And then, so they cut away from there. And this is another part we don't have. Sadly, I couldn't find this part on YouTube anywhere because it was my favorite part. They cut away. They go back to the game. And Carl goes, now, would you two fellas know that was Justin Bieber? And the one guy goes, I was going to call you on the carpet for that one, partner. And the other guy, I forget who the third guy was. He's just like, I've been to 3 concerts in my entire life. I don't know who Justin Bieber is. But the other two get into an argument. The other two are talking about it he goes, I didn't know who it was. And the guy who knew who Justin Bieber was, he goes, I have to tell you, I got more respect for Bo Bichette cleaning up the curse words during that song there for our broadcast. That was a tremendous young fella. Raised the right way. What's cursing in that song?
I think he says,
Because he's like, I got my peaches down in Georgia.
Yeah,
and then what does he say? I suck that dick or something like that?
Suck that dick in California. He said something, that's my bitch or something like that, right? I'm pretty sure he said that.
It's like, I got my peaches down in Georgia. And then that's something about pussy, right? It's like.
Hold on, I'm looking at the lyrics right now, Chief.
Okay, I'm going to guess them. I got my peaches down in Georgia. Suck my dick. I got my weed in California. Suck my dick. Did I get it there? I think that's it. You double check, but I think I nailed it.
I think you did. Hold on. I got it. Oh, wait. I just looked up Justin Bieber lyrics. Shit, I fucked up. Hold on one second.
Justin Bieber lyrics. Yeah, there's a lot of those, sadly. It's the one with the Georgia. Is it called Georgia?
No, it's called Peaches. Hold on.
Is it called Georgia? Because we should cancel it.
It's called Peaches.
Oh, it's called Peaches. Okay. Well, it has Georgia in the song.
He says, I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, shit. I got my weed from California. That's that shit.
That's my dick.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, I got it right. Justin, I would have wrote it better. Just saying. But yes, another thing that occurred during opening day involving an announcer, and I got this one sent to me. I got this one sent to me more than I got sent the lady being banned from banned from Twitch for queefing. God, please stop sending that one. I get it. She queefed on Twitch. She's banned. Good golly. But people knew that would be right up my alley. That's coming later in the news. We'll talk about it. But, God, this one was second to that one, this one I appreciate very much, though. Bruce Drennan is his name, and he's a legendary Cleveland broadcaster. And I'm appreciative of the fact that there are old men still doing call-in shows to this day because, man, oh man, do I miss them. And in today's world, they're almost more alarming than they were back when our old boy John Otto was doing them when people would call in. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was doing it, people would call in and he'd get in arguments like this.
By chance, I was going home and listening.
Well, don't give us the history of your interest in the program. I don't care about that, not a fig.
And I don't care about your right conservative view.
Oh, you keep saying this, you idiot woman! Idiot woman! Idiot! Can't abide such idiocy any longer. 886-6450.
Now, I want you to remember that one. Now, I don't even know what they were talking about there. Probably something political, probably something in the news. In this case, they're talking about simply baseball. Let's hear it.
You can just simply pitch around Ramirez, keep walking him, don't give him anything to hit. The next guy, the good pitches down the middle, he won't swing at, but the ball's down around his ankles. He hits the shortstop into a double play. This has been going on for 2 years.
Right. I guess you missed a lot of the games that Reyes hit in the clutch last year, huh?
No.
Oh, yeah. You're an idiot. You're an idiot and you don't know baseball.
I'm not an idiot.
No, you are an idiot. Listen, you're going to tell me you are judging. You don't know anything. You don't know squat, you stupid idiot. You're going to tell me you're going to make a judgment on the season after one game in 30-degree weather that proves what an ignoramus you are. Get off our show. Fair weather idiot. All right, we're going to move on here. 844-289-1421.
They always go to the phone number. That is the off switch. When you go to the phone number, you know you either won or lost an argument. I wish I had a phone number on here, you know? I don't have anyone to yell at and talk to, but that's how you should do it on Twitter. That's how I'm just going to do it at the end of every Twitter argument. When I'm done talking, 888-450. Something like that. But man, Bruce Drennan, can you believe he gets... I couldn't imagine getting so worked up doing a call-in show these days. I just couldn't. And he's an old man. His health is what I'm concerned about. Did you see how red his face got?
My favorite was that he was ready for that whole speech the minute that motherfucker started talking.
Well, the first thing he said out of his face was asinine. And that's the thing, like, whoever screened that call, I don't know the dynamic between Bruce Drennan and his employees, but here's a way that you could go about it. If you have a phone screener that is what's the word? Sympatico or whatever? Syncopatico? What's that word?
What the fuck are you talking about? Syncopatico.
Whatever. Where they're on the same page as you?
Fucking shit. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Give it a shot. Point being, if they're on the same wavelength as you and they know what kind of calls you want and what kind of calls are going to create the most engaging content, if you got one who thinks you're a prick, he knows which ones is going to piss you off, and he's going to send those ones through. And I don't know if that's part of their show, though. Like if, for instance, they go, this one's going to piss Bruce off, let's send it through. And Bruce is like, yeah, give me those once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But since this went so viral, I think this man slipped through the cracks. And you know, with these call-in shows, I'm curious. I'm wondering, how many calls do they even really get anymore? People don't like calling on the phone anymore. Everyone likes texting. And when you call, you have to, you know, have conviction in your voice when you call someone a troll or whatever you want to call them, or, you know, or whatever. You know, they don't do that anymore. They do it on the internet behind a fake, I'm Scion so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, an anime person. I'm talking about things I don't even know anymore. I said sympatico. I said Scion, whatever that is. They all got, all those guys who use those words have that as their image, I feel.
It is simpatico, by the way.
Simpatico. Booyah. What? See, I'm not a moron.
I mean, but like, who the fuck knows that? Am I the only, am I the crazy person?
Did anyone else in there know it? Yeah. Then how come you didn't help me in my pronunciation? I was saying stuff. Okay, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. That's okay. Do we have this video of my favorite person ever, Paul Pierce, who I thought your mom's house should have hired, but they missed out on the boat because he already got hired by Cam Soda?
I don't think I have a video for it.
Oh, okay, yeah, there was a video. Oh no, it was because it was the Instagram live video. I couldn't find it either, so there was no sending it. But yes, this story has been on fire right now. And ESPN fired NBA analyst Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce, of course, you know, Boston Celtics legend. And he was in the that movie, what was it, Gems, the Uncut Gems? Wasn't that Paul Pierce in there?
Apparently that was not Paul
That was
Pierce.
Kevin Garnett, my bad. Oh, God. Dude.
It's that COVID brain, baby.
I didn't have it.
Oh.
I never had it.
You could just say you did. Shit, I don't know.
It's just, you know, it's just I'm tired, folks. And what did I get wrong the first time? Once I get one wrong, I start falling down. It's like I'm falling down a hill, or it's like I'm Joe Biden going up some stairs. I try to run a little faster, shake it off.
It was the Furbies, and then you said sympatico.
Thank you. Yeah, those two things really face fucked me. So Paul Pierce, not from Uncut Gems. Oh, and by the way, a couple of weeks ago, I said Adam Schefter instead of Ian Rappaport, like a fucking TikTok as well. So apologies. Anyhow, live video over the weekend, Instagram live video. You saw it. Paul Pierce, who's an ESPN analyst, now retired Boston Celtic. He was fired because in this video, it featured Pierce in a room with exotic dancers. The cable sports network, who are such prudes, by the way, ESPN, like, you should read the book about ESPN in the 80s. I mean, if they weren't doing coke on set, they were considered losers. The cable news network, or the cable sports network, ended its working relationship with Pierce Monday, an industry source told CNN Business. ESPN declined to comment on Pierce leaving the network. Representatives for Pierce also did not immediately respond for requests for comment. The news of Pierce's firing was first reported by Front Office Sports. Pierce was an analyst, bobbity boop. The racy nature of the live stream was likely a breaking point for ESPN, a company owned by the family-friendly Walt Disney Company. Yes, they hate strippers and Jews. Also, Pierce and others in the video do not appear to be wearing masks. Oh my goodness. That's the big offense. They're like, we don't care that you were sticking your fingers inside of strippers. We only care that you weren't wearing a mask. Is this the video, Eddie? Did you find it?
I found the video, but I'm going to take a wild guess and imagine there's music on this that we can't play.
Yeah, just mute it. Who cares? I don't want to hear it. I just want to see. And Paul Pierce is like, I'll do the narration. He's like, yo, we got some bad bitches here. What's up? And that's it. And DSPN's like, oh my goodness, how dare he? It's not like he's fucking one of them. Like if this was a video of Paul Pierce being like, yo, what's up? And he's getting his dick sucked by one of them, then yeah, I guess you have to fire him, ESPN. These chicks might not even be strippers. They just might be nice cousins of his or something.
I don't know.
I'm not.
One chick thrown out the west side. I don't know.
Maybe they're at a party, a stripper-themed party, or what are those? You know,
doing a little bit of gambling.
Zolo, you're in college. They have these types of things, right? They're playing cards. It's just a friendly card game. ESPN. I don't even see money being exchanged. They're playing for candy. There's Paul Pierce not getting his dick sucked. God, ESPN, you suck. Fuck you, ESPN. But he wasn't wearing a mask, so really that's really the crime. We know none of them were wearing masks. Super spreader fired. No protocol. They even say here, no COVID protocols seem to be being followed. He addressed the situation on Twitter shortly after the news broke. Can we see what he wrote on Twitter real quick? Can we pull up his Twitter? I'm sorry.
Yeah, one sec.
Word. I don't think there was anything wrong with that, Disney. I really don't. But Paul Pierce has been hired now by Cam Soda. And that's not a joke. That is for real. They're paying him $250,000 to do ESPN, or no, excuse me, NBA analysis with strippers on it. Sincerely. I thought we can get him for another Two Bears Live. You know? So he addressed it by voice. Can we not play the voice of him? What's up, Twitter world? It's just him laughing. That's his addressing of the situation?
He says, big things coming soon. Stay tuned. Make sure you smile. # truth shall set you free.
Yeah, that's just the thing I'm talking about, the Cam Soda deal. I mean, I guess that's cool. I'm happy for him. I wish him all the success in the world. I don't know if I would have signed Cam Soda contracts. Like, there must have been others coming in. You know what I mean? I even know Barstool, so I saw Barstool reach out to him. Maybe he's going to do that. Maybe the Cam Soda is just the tip of the iceberg. Either way, I feel like Paul Pierce is going to make out like a bandit. And I'll tell you what, Paul Pierce, you made a fan out of me today. I appreciate it. Is that it for the sports? I do believe. I don't want to miss something like last time.
That's it for the sports, Chief.
Hell yeah.
Get off our show!
I'm going to start insulting people like that, dude. Calling people fair-weathered idiots. I feel like you wouldn't even know how to process that if I said that to you.
Do you know what? Because you're not a sports guy. Fair weather means like someone who just lives and dies by the good times. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, because you
don't ride out the storms.
I see. So because right, because he was saying you judged him based on like one where it was snowing or like.
Well, it was the very first game of the season, and it was played in Detroit, where there was an actual blizzard happening and it looked beautiful. But I mean, that's no way to judge a baseball game. You know, it was a lot of different circumstances that were out of the realm of the actual game. So that's what he's saying. And this guy came in and goes, all right. You get some drunk idiot who's been just watching 9 innings and be like, they lost, and throws his beer can at the TV. You know, I'm part that and part guy who gets it. Do you know what I'm saying? I combine the two. I'm a morph. I'm a muggle.
I guess you could call me the same. I'm definitely like, I don't know shit about baseball, but I would also call someone an idiot and say that they don't know shit about baseball.
Hell yeah.
Just for the fuck of it. Why not?
Exactly.
Fair weather idiot.
I think that is a fun thing to call someone, just like a guy who's like a poser too. Do you know what I mean? Like a guy who like acts one way and then 2 seconds later act like a two-faced idiot. You could just be like, "Shut up, you
fair weather idiot."
It is a good one. Oh, we did that already.
You're an idiot and you don't know baseball. I'm gonna say that when it's not even applicable.
There's so many good ones, and I'm appreciative of you prepping them all.
All right, we're gonna move on here.
So, Dan Mess did the sports remix, and that one there by Scrum Lord. Thank you both for those. And I always forget to do the plugs right away, but you put them in the little titles, which is very nice of you. Jay's Crates did the beginning music as well. So thank you all who sent in the remixes. The new email, by the way, joshpottershow@gmail.com. Now, we have some follow-up news that we'll get to in a second, but I have to start with something that I neglected to discuss last week. It's all the way at the bottom. And this is something, folks, big issue. This is serious business that we have to get down to. And Bernie Sanders, we were talking about Bernie Sanders earlier. He sent me a donation request again via text. I talked about that off the air. I got mad about that. I was like Bruce Drennan. I was like, what keeps your fair weather idiot sending me text?
Get out of my phone.
That's right. Bernie Sanders always talking about the environment, though, and how we have to get ahead of things. Well, here's another reason perhaps you may want to become an environmentalist. Penises are shrinking because of pollution. This warns an environmental scientist. Yes, indeed, very serious. In case you needed another reason to care about the climate crisis, it's been found that pollution is causing human penises to shrink. This isn't good. But I'm going to spin it for you, and I'm going to let you know how we can spin it in our favor in a second. Don't worry. Some parts of the world, the average 20-something today is less fertile than their grandmother was at 35. That's a girl. What are you talking about? Chemicals in our environment and unhealthy lifestyle practices in our modern world are disrupting our hormonal balance, causing various degrees of reproductive havoc. And I don't know. I mean, initial looking at this, I'm like, is that such a bad thing? Do we need more fucking kids running around? I don't know. According to the book, humans meet 3 of the 5 possible criteria used to define whether or not species is endangered. Only one needs to be met. The current state of affairs. I don't think we're endangered. I mean, let's walk outside and see how many are sitting in the street and sleeping there. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them everywhere. There's no fucking, I can't get in a fucking apartment anywhere either. It's fucking crazy. What is the pollution that's causing these problems? I don't know. Traffic, probably. According to Dr. Swan's research, this disruption is caused by a word I do not know. This PHTHALATES.
I'm gonna look up the pronunciation right now, Chief.
It's a f and a th put together. Is this a typo? Philatelets? I'm going to guess it's that. We're going to guess it's that. We're doing a lot of fact checking on the show today. A lot of guessing. Because Daddy having a hard time.
It's phthalate.
It's phthalate. The PH is silent?
I guess.
What moron made up that word? Some Greek idiot, probably.
Some fucking fair weather idiot, probably.
Yeah, some fair weather Greek. Chemicals used in plastic manufacturing, ba-ba-dee-boop. The group of chemicals is used to help increase the flexibility of a substance. They can be found in toys, food packaging, detergent, cosmetics, and many more products. But Dr. Swan believes these substances are radically harming human development. So why are the penises shrinking? I get why the ladies' uteruses are drying up. That makes sense. I mean, you just like come in those things wrong and something bad happens. I mean, they're sensitive. But what's going on with the dicks? In 2000, however, there was a breakthrough in the field. But I'm trying to just skip to the dick part. Here we go. Dr. Swan has authored papers on how these chemicals can pass between parents and their offspring, the impact on female sexual desire, and most recently, on males' penile length. This woman, her whole job is to, study the length of generational penises. I want to get her on the show. Because, she'd be real professional about it, and I'm sure she is a very, bright professional, whatever. But somewhere down the road, she was like, how can I look at penises for, ever? And I'm talking, old penises, young penises, middle-aged penises. She's got to love her work. One of her most famous studies examined the intersection between sperm count and pollution. So this chick is all about it. She's like, let's see this jizz count. I'm going to see what pollution does to it. That's cool that she's doing this, though. You know what I'm saying? Because now, guys, we can use this study to help us get through so much in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have this issue necessarily when it comes to my size. I'm fine with the size of my penis. Do I think it's the biggest? Am I going to sit here and brag to you and be like, I have a huge cock, blah, blah, blah? No. Do I think it's wildly presentable for the rest of what's going on here? Of course. The penis is the best part of my body. I mean, it is wild how it's the best part. I mean, look at the rest. The bar is low. So you can't sit there and go, you got to be like, he's right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying there are women out there who I've come across who have told me that they have, in fact, had sex with a person. Like, I'm sure you've heard stories as well. Women who have had sex with guys with micro penises.
I've never been told that they've had sex with micro penises, just penises that were too small.
You've never heard a micro penis story from a girl?
Not like from a girl that I knew anyway, no.
There are oftentimes girls who have low self-esteem. And they're just like, aw, his dick is... But then they just can't stick around, you know? Sometimes they date these gentlemen. And I'm all for it. Date the... Guys with micro penises should get more love. Especially if you are a girl who gets off with the clit situation. Because you just ride that clit on the micro penis. I'm telling you. You can figure it out. There's a match for everybody. I'm telling you right now. That's why I want to go to like a micro penis camp. And be like, you know... This isn't a death sentence. We can make this happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
you think there's camps for them?
Yeah, they round them up, right? No, I meant like a summer camp, you know, more where they can get together and
I know what you
have
meant.
like-minded activities with other micro penises.
Like-minded?
Yeah, where they can sit in a circle around a fire and be like, I remember the first time my penis was laughed at and didn't take it too kindly. And then they'd be like, my dad used to hate me because he knew I came from his micro penis, you know, like that kind of thing, where they cry.
They
play like kickball or something.
They got a whole, at least back when I was on Tumblr, they used to have like a whole Tumblr for them. That was like the Small Dick Club or whatever.
No, that's beautiful. And then it turned into 8chan and then QAnon. And that's a shame. That's what happens. The dark side.
Nah, man, they find pride in it. They were saying that.
I'm glad they should. I don't want them to feel upset anymore. And, you know, I'm trying to help them out with this story because if they need further excuse, say you often, you know, get a woman back to your apartment or something like that, you disrobe and she chuckles at the size of your penis. How dare she? Now you can tell her what a terrible person she is on a multitude of levels. Not only is she a shallow two-dimensional woman, she also doesn't care about climate change. Would you laugh at an iceberg that's melting? Think about that, lady. Would you laugh at a forest that is small because it has been burned down?
Idiot! You idiot woman! Idiot woman!
I don't know. But that's small dick people problems. I don't really give a shit what's going on. Good luck. Anyhow, more news real quick. We're getting close to the end of the program here, but we got a couple stories I'd like to get to. Which one's a good one here? Which one do I want to just wrap things up on? Ooh, yeah, we could go with that one. There is a couple of feedbacks. Maybe we'll end on two here. This is a fun thing. Where is the... Aha, sorry. Forgot about this. We have a little feedback about our sandwich Nazi from a few weeks back. And we have a story to go along with. We're all over the place here. Speaking of environmentalism, I'm not practicing it. I say fuck it at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Give us the small dicks. We don't care.
My dick's small. I'm going to waste paper. That's what you should say. Anytime someone sees you litter, just be like, listen, lady, my dick's small because of this. Let me throw my can on the ground. Here we go. Here, should I read the feedback before the story, you believe?
Yeah, definitely. It gives us some
backstory.
Some lead in.
So this person writes in, listening to episode 25 again, and I realized your capital infiltration sandwich Nazi is a fraud. There is a man in my town by the name of Salam, an art collector, a former male escort, an amateur musician, and a sandwich maker to the homeless in Vancouver's poorest neighborhood. Now here is a Renaissance man, really, is what they're describing. But his true passion is talking about sex. Again, I reiterate my points. I'm pleased to be buying sandwiches from him dozens of times. He's very friendly, very hairy, and very sexual. A great and incredibly kind man. If you're interested, here is an article about him and some pictures of him wearing women's lingerie, which he'd often wear while serving customers. Legend has it that he would surprise local radio stations with smorgasbords of sandwiches while pulling his pants down and swinging his hairy hog around. Now, if I know anything about radio stations, and I do, they love free food. They would have accepted this and been like animals about it. Oh my God, sandwiches! The sales department, there would be holes in the wall shaped as humans. And they would be like, yeah, it's the guy who takes his dick out and swings it around, but I'll eat his sandwiches because they're free. That's the whole thing. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm hitting home back there with the production folk. But that was always something in radio. Every time free food came around, people would J their Ds to it. I'd be like, I'd like a little more money in my salary. Can we forego the free food every day and just like pay me a couple extra bucks? Anyhow, so we have this. I don't understand how this is a sandwich Nazi per se. Everything they describe makes them seem pretty tolerant. But let's get into the story. Salam Khalil is well-known for making meaty sandwiches. I don't know why I did it like a fucking Italian voice there for a second. Khalil aimed to close the deli forever on September 13th, but customer Matt Kunzli launched an online petition to have the shop remain open for one final weekend. So he was going to be closing it down, apparently. Is the store named Sandwich Nazi? Is that what they're getting at here? This man has done more for the community and less fortunate than most people ever. All of it was done using his own hard-earned money and countless hours of time. Along with an awesome crew of volunteers, he has been there for us through his own health battles and tragic losses. So let's all get together and show him our support and show him love by getting enough signatures to have him back for one final weekend. He was born in Lebanon. He posted messages and videos on a Facebook page called Sandwich Nazi Forever. I mean, this is such a sweet story. It's like there was one asshole out there that was like, I cannot, like there's like this man has done everything he can to help a community. He's like a sweetest man in the world. But because he's just like, I don't know why he puts Nazi on there, but for whatever reason he did. And they'd be
definitely not the name either. The name is La Charcuterie.
Oh, yeah, that's the name. But it says a 2015 documentary shed light on this sandwich Nazi. He like called himself that. Probably because of this is a guy who's from Lebanon and foreign, and he doesn't know anything about Nazis. You know what I mean?
I feel like everybody knows a little something about Nazis.
I'm just saying, maybe he also just is a guy who came to America and he saw Seinfeld and was like, I'm a sandwich Nazi, haha. Like, he doesn't know. Maybe to him, not the word Nazi does. You know what I'm saying? I know he knows what Nazis are, but maybe he doesn't know the word Nazi. Like, maybe they call them something else in his Middle Eastern culture, like heroes. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they call them over there. Because they kind of hate them too, right? Come to think of it, as I was going through that, I'm like, wait a minute. In Lebanon, they're not real chill on them, right?
Yep. I think your instinct is correct there.
On the nose?
Mm-hmm. And I do think that you're also very correct in that. I think like Seinfeld is just a massive cultural hit abroad everywhere. And they're like, oh, yeah. Soup Nazi, sandwich Nazi, it's the same
thing. Yeah,
thing.
for him it was like McDonald's. He's like, I'm calling it Sandwich McDonald's.
Yeah, there's no, like, you can't even possibly fathom, like, the It's like, oh, there's a negative connotation to Nazi?
Yeah.
I thought I'm just making a Seinfeld reference.
Not only that, isn't there like a restaurant in Times Square called like the Soup Nazi or something like that, based off the Seinfeld thing? And everyone's like, I gotta go there.
I'm not sure about that.
I thought it was something like that. Well, I'm trying to think if we should end on, I mean, like, how can you go from the warm-hearted sandwich Nazi to anything else, you know? What else we got up on here on that list? Oh, we have to end on. We have to talk about this other one. Where did it go?
Address the one that has been emailed to us 800,000 times. Is that where you're going?
Which one is that?
The girl who got banned.
Is this one? Queef submission?
Mm-hmm. No, the Queef streamer who got banned.
Oh yes, we should do that. Good call.
Might as well, right?
Good call. Good call.
Everybody's talked about it.
And, you know, I like when people send things, obviously, to the email, joshpottershow@gmail.com is the new one. And people like to DM me on Instagram, which is fine, and they like to tweet with me. When it's something to this effect, just understand I probably got it already. If it's been like 7 days, and I've already retweeted it and stuff like that, I don't know. Just assume that I got it already. So the people that I'm going to get one, I'm going to leave here and I will look at my phone and someone will send it to me. And so for that, I'm going to make them the Queef of the Week.
Queef of the Week.
And that's from Lexi, by the way, who sent in an email. Hi, I'm Lexi. I spoke with you about the Queef submissions on Instagram. I hope I make the cut. You made it, dear. Good job. You made it. I'm way excited over this. If you can give some credit to my boyfriend, Seth, he would love it as well. Seth, great job. Let's see. If it's not good enough, please let me know. I'll work even harder on my end. Both big fans, and hope the Switch is going well. Talk to you soon. Ex Animo, Lexi. What's ex Animo mean?
I have no idea.
Is that Spanish or some shit?
Look that up.
You don't have to.
Hold up, Coach.
Either way, Seth, I don't know what you contributed to the Queef. I hope it was some air you pumped in. Good job, buddy. And thank you, Lexi. So, yes, we'll go over that story. The woman kicked off of Twitch for queefing on it. Is that what happened? I don't know what I did with it.
It means sincerely, by the way. And it's
no
Latin.
way.
Never heard
No
of it.
way. You learn something new every day. We learned syncopatico. We learned Latin.
You said syncopatico?
All right. What did I say?
You said syncopatico?
God damn, what is fucking wrong? Dude, maybe I
What,
do
you
have
didn't you didn't mean to do that on purpose?
No.
You tripping. You wildin'.
God damn, dude.
Fuck it, syncopatico. That sounds better anyway. It makes more sense. You're synced up, right?
What is it?
It's simpatico, but fuck that. Syncopatico, man.
God, is syncopatico Spanish?
No, I think you're thinking Cinco de Mayo. Is that what you're thinking of?
Probably. Who cares? This lady,
syncopatico. Huh?
Anyway, this lady's queefed on Twitch. Y'all saw because y'all sent it to me.
The whole fucking email. Did you see the streamer? She's fucking banned.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Crusade for her? Are we going to have a parade? What do you want me to do? You want me to do a peaceful protest for her? I'm fine with that. Let's go down to Echo Park and battle the cops. And get this lady back on Twitch. I mean, I do feel bad. I don't want her getting banned from anything for queefing. I think Twitch banned a person for farting, I do believe, as well.
I mean, technically that's the same fucking thing, right?
It's bodily functions. Twitch are for children, and I get it. But also, I mean, she can come on here and queef all she wants. Tell her to send in a queef to me. I'll play all her queefs. You know what I mean? She can go. She was pretty cute too, by the way. I feel kind of bad about that.
Yeah, she was alright.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Not as much of a ringing endorsement from any.
She alright.
Perfect way to end the show though is with this number right here, and this is where I wanted to find it. I just found it now. And boy, oh boy, the world is a beautiful place. It's a rainbow of culture. It is a petri dish of anomalies and abnormalities. I'm one of them. Look at me. I mean, like I said, if you saw my penis, outside of my body, you'd be like, hey, what's that? You know, a nice looking guy's dick. Is that what that is? But on my body, it makes it look like girls are like, holy shit, that's on you. But again, that's how low the bar is set. Overseas in a foreign land, Iraq to be exact, we have a gentleman who is going to, I shouldn't have assumed gender, but we're talking about penises, so I thought, God forbid I do that. A baby has been born as the first human being with 3 penises. No reaction. I was like, and Adob's like, I think that's good. I don't know. He's like half laughing.
Was I supposed to laugh that the kid was born with 3 dicks?
Yes. 3 whole penises. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would have laughed. I mean, it's unexpected. I don't know. I didn't know what I wanted you to do. I don't know how I felt about it either. I didn't laugh. You feel bad? I feel like this guy's going to definitely we have to answer a few questions first. But and what I like to do is read a headline and then jump to many conclusions before I do that. So, things that I need to contemplate if I want 3 dicks or not. You clearly think it's bad because you feel bad for the kid. I'm going to put the old silver lining around all 3 of those penises right now and tell you that it depends. Can all of them come?
I feel like the piping there is probably a little off.
Just the middle one then, you think? Can all of them get hard?
That's I mean, I'm not a 3-penis expert here.
Again, I'm not expecting you to be able to answer these questions like medically. I'm just saying like what threshold for you would make it cool?
Well, I remember seeing that, either seeing like a YouTube video or maybe a Pornhub video where a guy had 2 dicks.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, yeah, they both look pretty cool, but only one of them works better than the other. Like this one's for fucking and then this one's just for show.
He can't put the show one in a person?
Maybe soft. And so I feel like it's probably like, yeah, sure, he's got 3 dicks right now, but he's,
See, that does suck.
Like the one that you don't want to be the fucking, like the dick you use for fucking is gonna be the one that you use for fucking.
There's a separate one used for peeing.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see how the inner workings go. I mean, I'm still going through doctor school here, but
see, because all I'm doing is weighing you immediately jump to, you feel bad. I went to like, this guy's a fucking hero. He's gonna get laid a lot.
Get laid a lot?
Yeah.
Because he has a shirt on that says, "Ask me about my 3 dicks."
No, but he has to fucking go to the locker room at school at some point. He's going to be known as the guy with 3 dicks. There's an article about
Or
him.
he's going to be the guy that keeps his underwear on in the shower. You know, there's those kids too. I feel like he'd much prefer be that one than...
Well, he's barely been born, and we have an entire article written about his 3 dicks right now. So. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's going to... And he might even... What if you're the dad of this kid, and they're in Iraq? It's kind of a repressed sort of situation. The kid goes to school. He just takes off his pants. He's at the urinal. He's like, oh God, I got to go out the left one today. And like, he tells that to a kid and the kid's like, what? And he's like, yeah, sometimes I piss out my right one. Sometimes I piss out my left one. I have to figure it out. Today's a left day. And he goes, why? Which dick do you piss out of? And the kid's like, I have 1 dick. And the poor kid's like, wait, what? You only have 1 dick? What, this guy, what a freak. He's only got 1 dick. He goes home. He's like, Dad, this kid at school has 1 dick. And they'll be like, we got to tell you something, son. But now if all the dicks got hard, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Sure. Yeah, it would be great if you had 3 hard working dicks that you could use for fucking. But I don't think that's going to be the luck of the draw.
All right. While it's the first case ever documented, it isn't the first claim. Someone's out there being like, hey, I got 3 dicks over here too. This isn't new. Back in 2015, a 2-year-old boy in India made headlines for having been born with 3 penises. The 2 extra were removed for the same reason as the current case, according to the Daily Mail. However, there is no medical study so he's getting his dicks cut off.
Well, there you go. Now he's not.
It's a thing called. Look this up. We're going to be like Dr. Drew. Look this up. Diphalia.
Diphalia. You got it, Chief.
Thank you. I want to see if they cut his dick. Why they cut his dick off for a second. The two supernumerary.
Wait, are you asking what it means?
I just want to look up a. Oh, we can't look at a picture of 3 dicks. What am I talking about?
Definitely not, Chief.
Yeah, sorry.
Not gonna like that.
Maybe the two supernumerary. I like how they call it that. Penises were surgically removed with no adverse effects. Only one could be called the true penis, since the others do not possess a urethra and cannot function normally. God, that does make me sad, Nadav. I thought for sure he just was like, na 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 na. I was like rooting for the kid. Wouldn't that suck if they were like, sir, we have to cut off the supernumerary dicks. We can only let you keep the true penis. And then they're in there and the guy goes, oh shit. I mean, that is a real Mission Impossible red wire, blue wire situation. Which one do I cut? He's sweating.
Fair weather, idiot.
I would say it would be cool if it was like some fucking, Cerberus shit where like all of them are independent and you could control them. If it's like that. But
you can make them do parlor tricks where like they're swirling around your real dick.
Well, because then, I mean, come on. First thing you think when you hear a dude got 3 dicks is you could fuck 3 girls at the same time.
That's what I was the first thing I thought. That's why I was like, I feel bad. I'm like, what a nerd. I'm just thinking about 3 mouths, which technically could be 6 mouths. If you have 3 dicks, that's 6 mouths you can put on there.
6 mouths? 2
mouths per dick.
Yeah, but that's if they're big dicks, though. Chances are, if you got 3 dicks,
you can put
like
2 mouths on small dicks. Don't shame the micro. We just talked about this. Micro penises can have 2 mouths too, Annie.
All right, well,
have an open mind.
Either way, I mean, sure, that's where your brain first goes, but I mean, any type of abnormality usually doesn't work better. It's usually like it works.
I get it. But I'm telling you right now, we must disparage all negative discussions of micro penises. Let them get their dick sucked too by however many mouths they can fit on that small thing. All right? 1 mouth, 2 mouth, 3 mouth, 4.
Now watch this drive.
All right, what is this one? We got to turn it up, I guess. Anywho, show is over, folks. We are done for another week. Thank you for joining us once again, and I appreciate you all subscribing to the new YouTube channel. If you haven't done that already, it really takes just a millisecond of your life to go into the description of this YouTube video or this audio file if you're on iTunes or wherever you listen, and hit the subscribe button. I can't tell you how quick it is for you and how much it means to me. Also, if you can go to my Instagram, which is @Josh_Potter, or my Twitter, which is @J_Potter. Go to both of those. The link trees are on there, and there you will find dates for shows happening. Already we have May 13th. I'm going to be at the Omaha Funny Bone. Tickets just went on sale. We just added shows in San Diego since last weekend's went so swimmingly. That'll be happening May 6th through 8th. June 9th, I will be at Tampa Bay Improv. June 10th, I will be at the Orlando Improv. And we're hoping to be adding shows all of the time. And continue to go to store.ymhstudios.com, buy the Sussel merch, buy the Buffalo Road shirt, all that. And if you can like, subscribe, all that on iTunes and all that crap as well, I would appreciate that the same way. Here is the music to leave now. This guy would take calls like that all the time and just say problematic shit that people would be like, what the fuck? But he was like out of a time machine. I mean, he would take calls and just yell at people too, like,
you idiot woman! Ah! Can't abide such idiocy. Ah! Idiot woman! Idiot! Can't abide. Ah! Idiot! idiot woman! You keep saying this, you idiot woman! Can't abide. Can't abide. Any longer. Any longer.